What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of GH. I enjoyed it for the most part. I did. Honestly, with the Jordan situation, I totally understand why Jordan has a DNR in her medical file. I get it, because even though the chances of her slipping into a coma or anything during surgery are slim, even though the chances are slim, you still have to prepare, because you never know what can happen during any surgery. And that is a major surgery. So I definitely get where she was coming from, because she doesn't want a doctor to save her and then she's in a coma or a vegetative state and there's no chance of her surviving it. You know what I mean? She don't want to put her family through that. She don't want to put herself through that, because she don't want to live like no vegetable. So I get it. Who does? You know what I mean? I totally get it. And I understand where Stella was coming from, because Stella really didn't want to have that conversation, nor did she want to advocate for that. You know, she felt like she was put in a bad situation. Because if it was anybody else, she probably would have did it. But this is family, so it's different. You know what I'm saying? She knows that, you know, she wants to do the right thing for Jordan, and she wants to do what Jordan asked her to do. But at the same time, you got TJ and Curtis on the other side. And you know, she knew that they were going to fight that with everything they got if it came to that point. She knew that. And Jordan knew that too. That's why she asked Stella to do it, because she needed to make sure that her wishes were respected. You know? And I get it. You know, it sucks, but I get both sides of the spectrum here. You know? It's a conversation nobody wants to have with a relative. You know, mother, daughter, sister, brother, whoever. Uncle, grandmama, whoever. You don't want to have that conversation with nobody, you know. But it is, when you're faced with a situation like this, it's a necessary conversation to have. You might not want to do it, but you have to do it. You know, it is what it is. Franco is a basket case. Franco had me dying. Like, the whole time they was in a waiting room and stuff, waiting for Ryan to come out of his surgery and stuff. That fool just running around pacing, talking all fast, talking all these little Google facts that he Googled about medicine and surgeries and all this nonsense. I'm like, Franco, shut up. Put the shut to the up. He was just wearing everybody out. Laura and all them just looking at him like, bruh, chill out. Like, he just up, down, up, down. Like, he was like a 24/7 cup of coffee. I'm like, yo, Franco is crazy. I definitely believe, now thinking about it, in the way that Curtis was looking when Jordan said she still can't figure out what made Ryan consent to her, to the transplant, the look on Curtis's face kind of told a story. The way he looked away and he had that look on his face. I wouldn't be surprised either if Kevin really was the one in that bed and he's the one who pretended to be Ryan and signed that document. Because you remember, they all basically said they're willing to do whatever it takes to get her a donor, to get her a kidney. And that's pretty much whatever it takes. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be surprised if all of them were in on that. It's not shocking. But I am glad, you know, Franco was there for Kevin or whatever. Kevin was a little conflicted, but at the same time, it's like, it has to be done. Because they were wondering why Ryan wasn't waking up after the surgery. Like, he should have been woke up after the surgery. I think it had something to probably do with that thing somebody injected in him. That's probably what it was. Maybe he had another, you know, reaction to it or something. Who knows? But he could possibly be in a coma, basically. You know, he's not waking up. So anyway, moving on from that. So I actually enjoyed the scene with Ava, Carly, and Sonny. Sonny and Carly was kind of getting on my nerves in that scene a little bit, but I understood. You know what I mean? Like, when Ava came there to see Avery and stuff, Sonny sitting there talking about, oh, they let you out on bail on attempted murder with $100,000 bail. I would be shocked at that too. I would be shocked at that too. Especially given certain people legal history and stuff. The mere fact that you only got $100,000 bail on attempted murder charge, that's shocking. Because usually they set the bail way higher than what they did. You know what I mean? Like, usually. In most cases. But I do agree with Sonny that Ava, you know, if Ava wanted to see Avery, Sonny didn't have a problem with that. Only thing was she should have called. You know, you can't just pop up at the house to visit with Avery without calling. I do agree with that. You know, it's called courtesy. You know what I mean? You should have some courtesy, have some respect, call first, because you don't know what they got planned. Because Jocelyn basically took Avery to the zoo or whatever. But I didn't like that little dig Sonny kind of threw at Ava where she said, you know, because Ava went over there to pick up Avery so they could kind of celebrate Kiki's birthday. And that little shade that Sonny threw where he was talking about, oh, we already celebrated yesterday, Kiki's actual birthday. Like, you didn't have to throw that little dig in there. That was unnecessary. It was totally unnecessary. And Ava was basically breaking down what happened and how she lured, you know, Ryan in and stuff like that. And Carly made it a habit to bring up how it sucks that your child's killer got away with murder. Okay, I get that they blame her for Morgan's death, but I am sick of saying this. I mean, yes, she switched out his pills, which basically had a domino effect on him dying. It kind of led to his death. But the murderer of Morgan, the real murderer, is actually locked up. Her name is, you know, Olivia Jerome. That's the one who really killed Morgan. Ava did not set that bomb. Yeah, she set what she did kind of set things in motion, but she's not the one who actually killed him. He was not killed by Ava Jerome. He was killed by Olivia Jerome. Let's get that straight. I don't know why they don't ever blame Olivia for it. They always want to blame Ava for it. I guess because if she didn't switch the pills, he would have never went off the rails. He would have never gotten Julian's car. I get that. I understand, but still, that she didn't kill him. Was she indirectly responsible? Yes, but she was not directly responsible. She had no clue what was going on. So anyway, moving on from that. I don't blame Alexis for kind of telling Julian to back off a little bit. I can't blame her, but then again, Julian had a point too. I mean, Julian had a point too. It was a little hypocritical of Alexis to tell him to back off from protecting his son when she basically did the same thing for her daughter. I mean, it's not really the same thing, but then again, it kind of is. She was protecting her kid. He's trying to protect his kid. But I do agree with Alexis, though. It's one thing if you tell her of a crime that you already committed. That's one thing. But you can't tell her of a crime you plan on committing. You can't tell her that. You know, you cannot do that. You can't tell her of a crime that you plan on committing. You know what I mean? Because then she has to report that. That's like Sonny and Jason. They never tell Diane when they plan on committing a crime. Diane don't know until after the fact. You know what I mean? That's how it's supposed to go. That's all Alexis was telling him. And to also back off because she didn't want him to do something that could jeopardize the case. But Alexis, when she went to Sonny and Carly, because she wanted Carly's help into keeping Brad and Lucas calm so that way they wouldn't run to Julian to do nothing. What was so funny is how Sonny's sitting there talking about, oh yeah, God forbid, because if Julian gets involved, he's just going to make it worse. Sonny, shut up. How many times have you got involved in something that made it worse? Plenty. So hush your mouth. The hypocrisy of these people. I mean, really. Like, Sonny hasn't done something to make a situation worse. You've done plenty to make situations worse, so please be quiet. But Alexis brought up a good point, though. Like she said, she didn't want Shiloh to know he had a child. She didn't want him to know that so that way he wouldn't know where to look. I mean, he already in his heart already know he had a child, even with Willow denying it. But he doesn't know how to look for the child. That's what Julian's trying to prevent from happening. They're all on the same page. It's in their best interest if they all work together. And that's the reason Julian went to Willow. Because he needs Willow to get in contact with Diane because Diane has the other copy of that document, of the adoption papers. They need to destroy those adoption papers. They have to destroy those because it will lead the baby to Willow. And if Willow, you know, those papers will connect all the dots for Shiloh. And that's what they don't want. So that's why, you know, Willow was frantically leaving a voicemail for Diane and stuff like that, you know, because he told her, you have to, you know, he knows Diane is not going to destroy those papers, of course. She has to figure out a way to do that in order to protect this kid. But I did like the way Willow handled Harmony. Harmony is a cockroach. I mean, really. This woman is so spineless and weak and pathetic and sad and miserable. It's sad to watch it. Like, she would throw her own daughter under the bus for a man who don't give a damn about her. Shiloh has proven time and time again he don't care about her, but yet she's still in that classroom singing his praises. Oh, Shiloh's willing to forgive you. Just come back and tell him where the baby is so we can all be a family. Shut your mouth. Do she not hear the tomfoolery that is coming out of her mouth? Like, I have to agree with Willow. The woman is delusional. To the core, delusional. If you look up delusional in the dictionary, you'll probably see that woman's face smiling with pride. Like, she is so happy with being a doormat. She's okay with that. And that's the sad part. That really is. That's the sad part. Like, you're okay with being somebody's whipping dog. You know, their little toy. Oh, he tells you to bark and you bark. He tells you to jump, you ask how high. You're okay with that? That's sad. But I'm extremely happy that Willow didn't buckle. You know what I'm saying? Willow did not back down. She didn't buckle. Harmony is just, she's ridiculous. Like, what parent? I can't even call her a mother. I can't even call that woman a mother. So D.A. Dawson decided to step down as district attorney. But she wants to make sure that Shiloh goes to prison. So whoever the new DA is going to be, she's going to leave that evidence to the new DA. And it was so funny because she was asking Harmony, oh, was Harmony an accessory to all this? Of course Harmony was going to deny it. And she knew that. D.A. Dawson knew Harmony was going to deny it. But when she went into that room, she knew, yeah, you're his loyalist. Of course you're going to do his bidding. So, of course, Shiloh wants Harmony to do something to help him. Because Shiloh knows that the cops are going to use his arrest as a way for him to keep him away from the child. But they have no way of knowing who this child is, who adopted the child, who the mother is. They don't know nothing because now the paperwork is switched. How are they going to find out? Shiloh and Harmony don't strike me as the type to go through the proper legal channels. They don't strike me as the type. They don't. I have a feeling they're going to do something crooked, underhanded to get what they want. I have that feeling. They definitely are. Because he wants Harmony to do something, but the question is what? Whatever it is, I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be illegal. Probably make some evidence disappear. Probably follow Willow around or something, see who she talked to, who she go. Probably some stupid stuff like that. The woman is crazy. She's willing to do anything. I mean, I can't really blame D.A. Dawson for wanting to step down as district attorney. It's just been a lot of stress and bull dealing with her. She feels like she kind of compromised her integrity with that job. So I don't blame her for wanting to do something different. She's still young enough to move on to a new career and learn something new, maybe get into business or something. I don't blame her. But trust, Shiloh not going to go down without a fight. They have a lot of evidence on him, but he's not going down without a fight. He's a snake like that. Snakes like him, they always come up with a new way to slither out of the mess. He gonna find a way out, sadly. I'm pretty sure he will. Ain't no way this is that easy, for them to get him that quick or that easy. Like, it's not gonna work. Especially with that cockroach Harmony running around. Like, that's a vile woman right there. But anyway, that's pretty much the whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I'll see y'all all later. Have a great day. Peace.